Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at was I wrong stories. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. My husband and I are currently expecting our first child. We're both very excited, but it feels like all my husband sees is the bump and not me anymore. I tried to be understanding, but I finally snapped and told him he couldn't touch the bump anymore. My husband kept standing there so he could caress, kiss, and talk to my baby bump for over 30 minutes after he finished work. In that time, he never once acknowledged me or asked if I was okay. All he wanted to do was talk to the bump. He's been doing this a lot recently, and it seems to get worse as my pregnancy progresses. The longer he was doing it, the worse I felt, and I eventually snapped at him that I was here too, and until he remembered that, he couldn't touch my bump anymore. My husband got defensive and said he wasn't ignoring me and that this was his way of bonding with the baby. I refused to change my mind, and now he's upset with me. Why is he upset? Why doesn't he just acknowledge her then? That's so simple. Show her that you care about her too then. You know, every single time you come home, ask her how she's doing, how she's feeling, what she wants to eat, you know, how her day was. That's so simple. I feel like some things can just be fixed just like that, you know, doing the simple things. Right? Like, why is he treating her like an object just carrying the baby? I'll be mad too if I was pregnant and if my partner didn't even acknowledge me at all. And every single time he comes home from work, all he does is just go straight to the baby bump. That's annoying. We just want to feel special too, okay? Ask them if they're okay, what they need. Give them a massage. You're not in the wrong. I would have been pissed too, honestly. Okay, next story. My sister does not and have never liked my fiancé. He's not mean or abusive or anything. She just doesn't like him, and she is quite vocal about this. Anytime I tell her anything about our relationship, she tells me she doesn't care, and about a month ago she told me that she wouldn't go to our wedding if we got married. That stung quite a bit, but I accepted it. A week ago today, I got engaged, and I called a few people, texted a few people, and posted it on my Instagram story. I was going to call her to tell her, but I figured she would react poorly, and I didn't want to ruin the joy I was feeling with any negativity. Besides, as she's told me in the past, she doesn't care to hear about our relationship. Why doesn't she like him? You can't just hate someone without a reason, can you? You have to have a reason to hate someone, right? Or do people really just hate someone without a reason? They just hate them just because they look a certain way? Is that it? Well, she just saw on my Instagram that we're engaged, and now she's texting me all mad that she found out that way, saying that I should have told her despite her previous comments. I don't think my actions were unreasonable, but I want some of your thoughts. No, you're not wrong. I mean, I'm just always putting myself in these situations. I would have done the same. Like, before all this, if I'm always telling someone about my partner and saying how great they are, and that person's always going to be like, I don't like him, just don't tell me anything, then obviously I'm not going to tell them anything. Like, if I'm going to tell you something and that makes you annoyed, I'm not going to tell you anything because I don't want to upset you. And that's what you wanted. So I respected you by not telling you anything. And if you're going to get mad, that's not my problem. Like, why is the sister acting like that? It just doesn't make sense when she literally told her, I don't want to hear anything about your relationship. I wouldn't even want to go to your wedding if you got married. Well, okay then, don't hear anything. Why are you going to get mad if you didn't actually hear anything? Some people are weird. Alright, next story. I have a twin sister, Kate, who has a friend named Jane. She discovered she was trans last year. So since that, she has been working towards being more feminine and stuff. My sister Kate has a more tomboyish style, which suits her really well, while I, on the other hand, dress pretty girly. I like pinks, florals, ruffles, and doing my makeup. It's fun for me and my group of friends. Recently, Jane has been asking me for makeup tips to look more feminine. I offered her tips at first, but she started messaging me a lot even though we are not friends. So I sent her a YouTube playlist of makeup artists and fashion YouTubers I learned from so she would ask me less. After that, Jane starts asking me about my clothes and where I get them. On one occasion, she asked me where I got a certain top. I tell her, and the next week she's wearing it in a similar way I did, which is fine because I don't own the top. But last week, I posted a dress as a way of showing people my prom dress, and Jane purchased it after liking my photo. I know I don't own clothes, but after that, I felt a little miffed. The final straw for me was Jane and Kate looking at my room for clothes when I came back from soccer practice, with Kate and Jane trying on my clothes without my permission. I was pissed off and told them to get out. Jane has a muscular build and stretched some of my skirts, which retail at around $300 to $600. And since then, when Jane asked for brands I shop with, I would say, "You tried on half of them, didn't you look at the tags?" Kate says I'm being stupid trying to gatekeeper things I don't own, but I told Jane and herself have no respect for my privacy and ruined expensive items. Wow. I don't think that's wrong for her to tell them off. Like, I guess she could have been a bit nicer about it, but at the end of the day, if you're going to go in someone's room without asking and trying on their clothes without asking, you're the one that's in the wrong. Who would ever do that? Like, even if I had permission from someone else, like if my friend had a sister and my friend was like, "Oh yeah, you can try on my sister's clothes," I would be like, no way. That's just so disrespectful, honestly. Going into someone's rooms and then just trying on their clothes without asking, that's a big no-no. Did they even apologize, or like what happened? I want to know if they apologized or not, because I really do believe a good apology is needed. Like, personally, I wouldn't like any stranger coming into my room looking at my things. That's weird. Like, I honestly don't mind my friends doing that, but if they're not my friend, no, please don't look at my things. That's weird. So in my opinion, they're definitely not wrong for telling them off. That's just so bad of Kate to let her friend in her sister's room as well. Now, every single time her sister leaves the house, she's gonna want to like lock her room now. You know, if that was me and I knew someone was always gonna be coming into my room if I was gone, I'm gonna lock my door while I'm gone. Jeez. My daughter Steffi just turned 9 on Saturday. She's been asking for a Switch for a while now, and I think she's gotten old enough and mature enough that I can trust her with a big present like that. So the plan was always to give Steffi the Switch at a birthday party, which was the same day. However, that ended up falling through. We ended up not being able to pick up the Switch until Sunday morning. See, Steffi was invited to her classmate Jolene's party on Sunday, so I figured that since we were still in the party spirit, I would just give Steffi the Switch after cake at Jolene's party. Nothing more than that, just the unwrapping, and then the spotlight will be back at Jolene. Besides, the girls are friends, so I figured it wouldn't be a big deal. They're 9 and they're old enough to understand. I think we found the winner. I think we can all agree that that was the wrong move of the mum. Is she asking if she's right for doing that? Okay, well, well, that's just half the story. But with half the story being read, I just can't believe she would do that. Why would you give your kid her birthday present at someone else's birthday party? That just doesn't make sense to me. And a Switch as well. It's someone else's birthday party. You can't just give your kid a gift at someone else's birthday party. Now all the kids at this girl's birthday party are just going to be like, "Oh my god, a Switch, can I play, can I play, can I play, can I play?" They're 9. What do you mean they're old enough to understand? 9 years old? I wouldn't understand that. I'll be that bratty kid, you know. "My friend got a Switch. Look at her mum giving her a Switch. Why can't I get a Switch?" Okay, let's see what else. Or so I thought. Everything went as I had planned and thought it went well, but after the party was over, I got a call from Jolene's mum essentially asking me what I was thinking, that I was undermining her because she couldn't afford something like a Switch for Jolene. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have not raised Steffi to even really care about things like how much a present costs. Also, Jolene didn't even care because she had numerous new things to play with, and Steffi shared her Switch with her, so it seems to me like everyone made out well. Jolene's mum also called me petty and a show-off. Husband says he gets where I was coming from, but maybe should have at least waited until after Jolene's presents were opened so she could have hers first. That's fair, but I'm not sure if that quite makes me wrong. How do you even think like that though? I'm just surprised that they think like this. It really does sound like she's just trying to show off, honestly. Like, look at me giving my kid this big gift at your girl's birthday party. Like, she didn't even have to give her kid the gift at a birthday party. She could have just gave it to her at home. She could have waited like until after the party and then went home and then surprised her kid, because that would have been better. You know, that would have been so much better, because now your kid is gonna be even more grateful, you know, after going to someone's party and then seeing her friend opening up the presents, and then after you come home, you can give her her big present, and then she's gonna be like, oh my god, right? Why would you give it in the middle of a party? It's not even your party. We finally found someone who was in the wrong. Finally. Well, I don't know if you guys think she was in the wrong, but I feel like she is, just cause it doesn't make sense to me. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are, and as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!